All right, we are just here finishing off testing at the Queensland Drag Racing Championship. Just to let everyone know, the racing stream, if you are watching live on our stream on the Willowbank YouTube page, it will be transferred over to a new stream, the racing stream. It's already live, so you can switch over, but the qualifying stream will be ending shortly. So if you are watching online, the qualifying stream will be ending shortly, and we've already got the racing stream happening, so if you want to switch over, you can. But anyway, so we're almost into racing, Wade.
Yeah, exciting stuff. So as we said,
we should have junior dragster, junior bike
business
to the lanes as well.
Business end of the day. So look, some races have the opportunity to win 2 trophies in one day, which hey, not many can say they've done that.
Yeah, definitely. So who are our racers that can win 2 trophies in one day, mate?
Look, you're asking.
We'll keep that when just to keep it there. We don't have to talk about them now, but we'll have it there and we can follow it, track it.
Yeah, I won't put it too far away then.
No, we'll track it. Be something good to talk about for us.
What do we
Top
call
sportsman to the lanes as well too, please. Top sportsman to the lanes, please.
You're gonna give it a fancy name, like, you know,
the double up,
the commentary tracker.
Oh yeah, us tracking everything. Well, technically, we should be doing that anyway.
The track tracker.
It is hard to track everything though, the QDRCs with all the wins and the round robin racing and closest to dial-ins in round 3.
That's why we have a meeting director.
Yeah, they get paid the big bucks to do all that.
We just announce what we think, and then someone makes an official decision.
Yeah, and then we find out, oh no, they got disqualified in round 2. Like, oh, okay, thanks for telling us.
Oh well, this racer paid $50 to say that they were in the final, but
yeah, so many people bringing up $50 notes. Yeah, I often wondered what that was for. So that's how you get in the finals, is it?
Sorry, no refunds.
Okay, so the sun is shining here. The clouds have missed us. So they split and went around us.
Looking ominous, isn't it?
Yeah, when I look on the big screen and you're looking in the background of the thing, so they went around us.
Yeah, that's looking sort of southeast.
Yeah.
From over on the hill, and then if you look the other direction, it's also black. But right in the middle here, where it counts,
that's all that matters is here where the sun's out.
Slip, slop, slap.
And there's a bit of snow around us too. You know, I've seen online today that we've had some snow.
Yeah, it's only 300 kilometres south of us. It's they're making snowman, so
that's cool.
Wild weather.
It is. That's Australia for you.
Well. So we are still got a few testing vehicles out there. You can see Ash Dawson's dragster, Ben Slaughter's back there. What is it? What's the new KPM performance car?
Which one was that? They've got a few out here this weekend.
Or the Dale Gridley. You can see that's back there.
That was cool. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Gridley's. Yeah.
You can see.
So we've still got a few cars in testing to come forward.
Yeah, you can see the UASA batteries equipment down there. So
Rod Harvey.
Must be Rod Harvey.
Yep.
Good to see if they can get a pass down today.
Go some hot chips. I could go some hot chips right now. Just saying that out loud.
Is that your nickname? Like, is that the name you put on the side of your car? Hot chips?
Hot chips.
Yeah.
Hot chips with a bit of gravy. That'd be nice. So I'm not too sure what the hold-up is here at the moment for us. Because we are in testing and very close to getting away with racing. So we're back underway here very shortly here at Willowbank Raceway for the Donnelly Blasting Services Queensland Drag Racing Championships. Hey, good to see Archie Kajeski out here, getting in some laps here and testing. Jamboree coming up later on this month, August 23rd, 24th here at Willowbank Raceway. Yeah, not really happy for Archie there off the start line. Won't be a representative pass here for the team, but it's all about collecting data and testing here in the lead up to the big one for those guys. We are just here in testing the Queensland Drag Racing Championship, so there's the teams that have entered in testing and they're not actually in any of the brackets, so they use this just to test new things, and if they're not ready for racing or there's big events are coming up and there's not a class available for them here at the QDRC, so they just enter in the testing. Usually fine, you'll get a lot of cars, like there's a big event coming up for things like Jamboree or the Canada Series, you just get those sort of cars here testing at these events. Just like Ben Slaughter here on the start line. The Mining Solutions car, he's just backing up. He was out here earlier, didn't really get a representative pass in. So we are at the Donnelly Licensing Services Queensland Drag Racing Championships, the 4th round of the championship. We do have a lot of our classes about to come around for their first round of racing very, very shortly. So we need top sportsman, junior dragster, and junior bike to the lanes, please. Top sportsman, junior dragster, junior bike should be in the lanes. So Ben Slaughter testing. About to move forward. From 109 to the 60 foot. Bit of smoke haze there at the top end. Goes through for a 719 off of it early, only 162 mile an hour there for Slaughter. So that was a good solid pass for the team. 719, 162 mile an hour. Now this is one of my favourite cars that I've seen here today. Air testing first time out, I think, for Dale Gridley down there. That is a cool looking car. It says KPM Performance. God, just looks cool. Gaza Brothers there on the side of it as well. I'll take some details for it later on, but yeah, some of the fabrication work that I've seen under the hood here just looks trick. Bit of a move there. There's a power came in for him, 129 to the 60 foot. I think it'll be in radial duties once they get a hang of everything. It'll be one of those ones that'll be racing the Kenda series. He caught it quickly though, so that's good. And rolls through for a 13-second pass. be destined for one of those OG sort of classes at the Canada Series. Okay. More testing coming forward. James Moore gets out and rolls through for a 996, 101 miles an hour. And just another call for Top Sportsman, Super Street and Junior Dragster to the lanes, please. Top Sportsman, Super Street and Junior Dragster to the lanes, please. It'll be Ashley Dawson now in his modified dragster coming out for some testing. We're in a great 790 last round. Came out off of it early as well. So that was a good lap from the team as they get a bit more experience campaigning this dragster. Might have lost power at the end of the burnout. There we go. He's got it started. Just one of those things as you do the burnout, they load up with fuel, and as you get off the throttle, there's a lot of fuel going in there, and it sometimes just snuffs the engine out. He's having trouble keeping it fired here, Ashley Dawson, so he's got his hand out there letting them know that there's an issue. Oh yeah, there we go, got it started. All right. Ashley Dawson running for Nitro Garage, Mental Health Hub, and Avachat, Mental Health Support Group. Yeah, the gloves are coming off, so he's obviously not staying lit this time, so just going to push back here for Ash Dawson. And we'll hopefully see him back out here later on again, here for some more testing at the Queensland Drag Racing Championships. Junior Dragster. Okay, we're now into racing. First round of junior drag bike on track. It's going to be a solo pass for Jaden Badcock. He was our #1 qualifier, so he's going to get the automatic win here.
Always lucky when you can start your first round of racing with that mark. So you know, young Jaden though, he'll still ride the bike aggressively through those gear shifts.
Well, that's it. 975 dial in for him. Let's see how close it goes to that dial in that he's predicted. It's a red light here, 032 red. It does not matter. There he goes, a 989. on that 9.72. Here's a question for you. Let's say that Willowbank gave you there's a solo pass, and obviously when there's a solo pass, it's going to happen all 3 rounds of racing, and as number 1 qualifier, Willowbank gave you the option of choosing which round you wanted the buy run. Would you take it in the first round or the third round?
The third round.
You take it in the third round?
Yeah.
Here's the thought process on that. If you take in the third round and someone breaks, and it becomes an even field, do you take it straight up? But third round's definitely the best option if you guaranteed you're going to get in the third round.
No, I'm still taking it in the third round because you know what? If you're good enough, you should win.
Here we go. Kai Badcock now to take on Nevaeh McDougall. Here, Badcock Dolan at 10.60 gets out of the 177 light. McDougall goes 3.44. She's Dolan at a 9.30. And the win light will go to Kai Badcock. He goes 10.70 on that 10.60, safe for the win. And Nevaeh McDougall goes 9.42 on her 9.30 for the loss.
So next pairing coming forward, and our final pairing in the first round of Junior Drag Bike will be Vance Pirano and Jonathan Fulton.
Yeah, Pirano's doled in at 9.23, so it's a big chase for Pirano. He's got a 2 seconds wait on the start line because Jonathan Fulton's doled in 11.52. He was our number 3 qualifier. Slowest bike in the field, but it doesn't matter how quick you are. It's all about consistency. So Fulton will leave first, and then 2.3 seconds later, we'll see Vance Pirano chase him down.
Interesting too for Vans, first meeting on as an A junior drag bike. So probably hasn't had to chase before.
Well, Fulton's left the dreaded cherry on the start line, handing the automatic win to Vance Pirano.
He'll finish off with a 9.68 on that 9.23 for Jonathan Fulton. Broke out as well as the red light at 11.30 on an 11.52. Big breakout there, 0.2 of a second.
Is there a chance that some of our racers that race today in junior drag bike that are doubling up could have gone for 3 trophies?
Oh, potentially there is. There is. Nevaeh McDougall could have done that.
Yeah. I just thought of that then.
She's hoping you got enough room in the trailer or the car.
Yeah, just thinking out loud. Just thinking, I'm like, wait, we had a few, didn't we?
Sorry, Mum, we're going to have to leave you here because we've got to make room for the trophies.
Sounds like the trailer's overweight now. It's gone past capacity.
Queensland Transport to be on that.
Yep. Next up here in junior drag bike, which is finished. Sorry, that's the first round of junior drag bike is all done and dusted. So now we're moving into round 1 of Real Street. The number 1 qualifier was Nathan Minter, but it's an even field. No solo passes here in Real Street. First pairing up will be Darren Wagensfeld in the wagon, the Commodore wagon, taking on Shane Grattan in the BF, the Ford. Dial-ins, 13.50. Well, it says 13.58 on the side of his car, but we've got 12.58 up here. So hopefully Darryl's going to look at that because it's up to the driver to check that on the board, but we've got 12.58 in our box here, and he's gone and accepted it. Gets out of the 1:44 reaction time. Grattan goes 0.17. Grattan Dolan 12.70. Much change here, so it is a 13.58 Dolan. Oh, that's good. And the win light, let's have a look here. 12.86 win light for Shane Grattan. Gets the win. Wagensfeld goes 13.67 on his 13.58. So they did see it. It got changed just there as he was going into stage. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. As a driver, it's your responsibility to check the dial in. So you look up there and you go, okay, that's right. You accept. You go on stage. You accept it. But if it's not right, that's when you stop and say, hey, the dial-in's been put in wrong, and it gets updated.
Matt Coates and Ian Nelson coming forward now. So the Commodores to do battle. And 11.70 the dial-in for the blue sedan of Ian Nelson. Matt Coates in the wagon. 0.76 to a 0.85, so nothing on the line.
Yeah, 9 there.
If they're listening on 88 FM, they'll have to work out who was who, but it's going to be close across the stripe. So what will the times look like? A breakout for Ian Nelson, 11.69 with a 6 is too quick. Matt Coates will take the win, a 12.18 on a 12.15, so that was pretty tidy there for Matt.
Okay, next pairing up, we've got Stacey Goldie in the GTO taking on Paul Nielsen. So dial in, tailor tape. We've got Goldie with an 11.75. She'll lead first. Nielsen to do the chase. He's dialing 11.21.
Mate, Paul Nelson's coming in on a 000 in the last qualifier, so there's some mind games.
Oh, that's good. 002, but Nielsen goes 016 as well. So 14,000 difference between the two drivers here in round 1 of Real Street. This is a good drag race here. Nothing in it on the reaction time side of things. Win light goes to Stacey Goldie. You've got to take a photo of that because that is just a great pass there for the win for Stacey Goldie. 11.76 on 11.75 with a 002 light for Stacey Goldie.
Mate, that's hard done by there for Paul. I know he's gone too quick, but a 016 and it's not good enough. Ouch. Sam Rosa, Cooper Lay, two of the quickest street-driven Commodores here.
So yeah, nothing here in the dial. There's only 0.3 of a second difference really between the two. The Ute dial at 10.46. Rosa 10.72 gets out. 180 for Rosa, 114 for Cooper Lay. 700s advantage to the Ute at the moment. And the win light will go to Lay. Goes 10.61 on his 10.46. Rosa goes 10.82 on the 10.72.
So next up, Dale Samuelson in the Caprice. Dean Merchant in the Falcon for Nova Ford Caboolture. Better call Cal Maintenance for Dale Samuelson. He's dialed in at 12.20. Dean Merchant, he comes forward at 10.94, both in full stage. 0.62 for Dale Samuelson. 2.11 there for Dean Merchant.
Yeah, so a 10th.5 advantage to Dale Samuelson at the moment. Out in front. He's got to watch those breakouts, and he doesn't. He gets the win, goes 12.23 on a 12.20. Safe for the win. And Merchant goes 11.07 on his 10.94.
So this should be number 1 qualifier, Nathan Minter and Brett Warren.
Yeah, number 1 qualifier, Minter. And Warren was our number 7 qualifier. So Minter with a 127 light gets the automatic win here because Brett Warren unfortunately has left the dreaded cherry on the start line. He goes through for a 12.88 on his 12.80 dial, and Warren goes 11.08 on the 10.92. So that should be it for Real Street. Round 1, done and dusted.
Yeah, that's it, Mark. So most people will be familiar with the format, but 3 rounds of racing. All races come back each round regardless of result. Chicago shootout. So we will see the second round of Real Street later on early evening. So we're moving into the 8th Mile Junior Dragsters.
Yeah, Super Floor Junior Drags. The largest field here this weekend in racing. Paperwork here ready, mate. So there's lots. And well, I've just seen Xavier Lai had gone through the stage beams down there.
So what's interesting, as well as it is Xavier's first competitive race, and can you believe, out of anyone he could have picked in the field, he's picked ex-track champion Carl Schultz.
So he's dialing at 13.58. Xavier Lai. Schultz has gone at 7.72. Good life for Lai for his first ever round of racing, 172. Schultz goes 0.96, so Schultz has got 800s advantage, chasing down the CJD. And Schultz goes 7.78 on his 7.72 to get the win.
Yeah, nice work though. Was able to put those first round nerves out of the way.
Oh, that's it.
So just a quick call for QDRC Comp Bike, Super Sedan, Super Street. QDRC Comp Bike, Super Sedan, Super Street to the staging lanes. Next pairing coming forward for...
These guys are like sort of like teammates, aren't they? Cody Sedmack and Ashley Pinkstone.
And Cody's, I think, spent some time up with Ashley up in Townsville over the school holidays. So it's like, oh, hang on, now we're going to match up in the first round of racing. No friends here.
So let's have a look. Yeah, Ashley was our number 10 qualifier. Cody was our 25th qualifier. So Cody's dialing at 8.05. Pinkstone's dialing at 7.80.
Can't see, there's Cody's down there behind the corner of the control tower. I haven't seen him coming forward yet. So Ash should be on a bye for the first round, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like it, yeah. Oh, it almost went through there. Now 133 red, but it doesn't matter. It's going to get the automatic win, Ashley Pinkstone.
Finish off a 793 on a 780 at 82 miles per hour. So hopefully we'll see Cody back out for round 2. Didn't see him in that pairing. Maybe we'll see him later on in this round. Next pairing, number 1 qualifier, Sophia Lode, courtesy of a 001 in your first qualifying pass, so thank you very much. Good way to start your day. Kyle Day, a 797 over in the rocket lane for RLC engine reconditioning. Sophia coming forward now, has dialed in an 811, so a slight chase for Kyle. Sophia to lead first, local here at Willowbank, just down the road at Ripley. See brother James Lode down there as well, running Sophia in. The previous national champion of junior dragster.
Not much between the dial-ins, only 1400ths of a second. Sophia will lead first. You can see Sophia's trying to look up at the Christmas tree here. The sun must be just in that awkward spot. She's got the hand up trying to block the sun. She's in full stage. Oh, how about a 000 from Kyle Day? The first one of the day here in racing. He's got 2/10 advantage and gets the win. Kyle Day, trip zip, 8.07 on 7.97 gets the win. Sophia Lode was closer to the dial, but the whole shot by Kyle Day gets it. In the sun, jumped into stage as well for Kyle Day. Jacob Schultz now to take on Paige King. So Paige King was our 11th qualifier. Schultz was 26th qualifier. So Paige would have had the lane choice here, taken the rocket side of the racetrack. You can see Jacob Schultz down there for SCG Racing Parts, about to move forward. The sun setting here at Willowbank Raceway, just in that awkward spot. You can see it shining off the track. Dial-ins, let's look at the dial-ins. Schultz is 860, King is 872, so King will leave first. 1200ths of a second later, we'll see Schultz to chase down. It'll pretty much look almost heads up on the tree. One out Page now, just bring the junior and Pages in. Oh, nothing in on the lights. 037 for King, 068 for Schultz, 300s advantage to Paige King. Come down to the dial in here. Win light will go to Paige King, 874 on an 872. Schultz goes 863 on his 860. That's just a good old race there. Next up, Jasmine Kidd to take on Tamika Castlake. Jasmine Kidd is dialing at 8.28. Tamika is dialing at 9.08 seconds. So 0.8 of a second head start for Tamika Castlake. Mick is in pre-stage. Spinning on now, Jasmine just edging forward. You can see Tamika trying really hard to get her car into stage, but it's not moving at all. This is where she might have to hit the throttle to get it to go in. But you got to hold your foot hard on the brake when you do that, just so it doesn't jump through. She's so close. She's got to get in. She's been timed out here. That's unfortunate by the looks of it. Hands the automatic wing to Jasmine Kidd here.
And that's system driven as well. There's no one that goes, oh, you've been timed out. It's automatically done by the timing system.
She was trying. She wasn't trying to hold out. She was trying to get that car into stage, but
It wasn't through lack of effort.
yeah. I think it's one of those things where you need, if the car's not going to move, that's where you just got to get yourself prepared to have to use the throttle.
Quick call for Super Sedan and Comp Bike. Super Sedan, Comp Bike to the staging lanes, please.
All right, next up, Mia Ward taking on Isabella Hunter. Having a look at the chip here. So Isabella went to the final in the second round of the championship. She's only been at the one event so far this season, so you can see Mia's trying to get into stage. Dialings here, Mia Ward's 12.42, Isabella Hunter 8.30 seconds. Oh, good light, 0.42 for Mia Ward. Isabella Hunter, oh, great light as well, 0.29 for Hunter. This is anyone's race here. And the win light will go to Mia Ward, goes 12.45 on the 12.42 for the win. Isabella Hunter breaks out by 0.07 of a second. Too quick with an 8.29 on the 8.30, so Mia Ward and the CJD getting the win here. In round one of Super Floor Junior Dragster.
So next pairing coming forward will be the C Junior Cody Robinson. Dialing in a 12.18. 4 seconds, just over 4 seconds will be the chase that Amelia Wright will be laying down, who's dialed in an 8.10 for Field Motorsports.
Well, the thing is, Cody Robinson was the higher qualifier here, so the CJD was our number 4 qualifier. Here's how the 177 light. And good like Amelia Wright, 0.95, so she's got the advantage at the moment, but the car does seem like it's popping a little bit down there.
It did.
And it did. It's run off the dial there for Amelia Wright, 8.26 on the 8.10. Cody Robertson does a great 12.20 on a 12.18 for the win. Yeah, just sort of missing a little bit, Amelia Wright Jr.
Chase Castle coming forward now. The second of the juniors with Go Park yourself blazing down the side. 24-hour secure truck parking. That's gone on the side of Mila Balls Jr. Over in the rocket lane has dialed in a 7.83 for Chase. The dial in is an 8.24.
So Mila Paul is our number 3 qualifier. Arslake was number 18. So half a second difference between the two drivers here in the dial in. And Paul gets the advantage with an 0.25 to an 0.82. And Paul will get the win, go 7.85 on the 7.83 for the win. Karslake was a little bit off the dial in as well, an 8.34 on the 8.24.
So Nixon King, Ryan and Marsden.
Yeah, Ryder Marsden there. He's another one of our CJD competitors. He's been racing now for a little bit in CJD, dialing in 12.82 seconds. Nixon King in the lane beside Ryder for Mick King Transport there. You can see him moving forward. He's dialing in 8.12 seconds. So it's 4.5 seconds head start, or just over 4.5 seconds head start for Nixon King.
Nixon as well.
To do the chasing.
He's about 6th or 7th in the points, but he's on that 36 points where you've got about 4 or 5 competitors on. So they're all bunched together. So every race is going to be important if you're talking championship. I'm sure they're just focusing on today. They'll want to start their day in round 1 of racing successfully. Turn the wing light on.
Well, the thing is, Mia Grace Hopkins hasn't actually lost a round of racing yet this year in the QDRCs. When you're looking at the points table.
Perfect score. Now you put the pressure on, Mark.
Just name what's in front of me, mate. Here we go. Junior Dragster round 1 for Superfloor. Ryder Marsden wants to get into stage. So we've already had 1 timeout already in Junior Dragster. Ryder gets out with a 189 reaction time. Nixon King goes 0.77, so Nixon with a 10 advantage. You can hear the whomping there on the finish line there. Nixon King goes 8.17 safe on his 8.12, and Ryder Marsden goes 12.96 on his 12.82.
So modified bike, Supercom and modified bike. You guys set to the staging lanes, please.
Next up, Superfloor Junior Dragster is the girl that we're talking about, Mia Grace Hopkins. Currently leading the championship, hasn't lost a round of racing, and I think Carl Schultz is in the same boat. He just didn't make the final at either of them.
Yep.
But he did today, actually, didn't he?
He did, yep.
Yeah, so he hadn't lost a round of racing either.
I didn't get any points for that. But,
yeah. Taking on Bronte, Janushi.
They're both going to deep stage.
Oh, Janushi with a 3.82 reaction time. Mia Grace goes 3.10, so they won't crash a lot of the reaction times either side of the racetrack here. And Mia Grace will get the win, 8.57 on the 8.52.
I almost feel like it was the race nobody wanted to win.
Yeah. You're right there, actually. But the thing is, when you do go into deep stage, it automatically, instantly, in the back of your mind is, oh no, I'm deep. Don't go red, don't go red.
Yep.
And sometimes in that situation,
you be more cautious.
You could be cautious, and well, then, you know, when you take away some of that aggressiveness in your staging routine, when you want to cut a line, you might drop something like a 310 or a 300 light. Anyway, next up, Nixon Canulli and Xavier Paul. Dial-ins for Canulli, 779. Paul is dialing 878. Going to be an automatic win here for Nixon Canulli because Xavier Paul has credit cherry on the start line here. So Nixon Canulli goes through for a 784. Xavier Paul goes 881.
So we've got the next pairing coming forward, almost sort of unofficial teammates, I guess.
Yeah,
with,
true.
Carlos Harvey and Dakota Bray. There won't be much between the trio. You won't see much in when they leave an 803 the dial in for Carlos Harvey. 797 for Dakota Bray.
Yeah, only 600 separating the two drivers. So you can see Dakota Bray there on stuff with the idle adjusted. She's now about to move forward into stage. So Carlos Harvey, the UASA battery.
red Dakota Bray. So Winlight will go to Carlos Harvey. We've got a 0.79 on the tree, and we'll finish off with an 8.05 with a 5 on an 8.03. Dakota Bray was a touch off the dial in an 8.02 on that 797. So it wasn't much, but the 001 red mark, that's
those ones
where
hurt.
it ends.
Those ones hurt. Yes. I like these little LED dial-in boards that they've got down there. So we can see on track the Mayor McDougall. Double duties today, 8.01 dial-in, Max Ralling in the lane beside, 777 dial-in. Slight advantage on the start line, and the win light will go to Max Rowling, goes 7.79 on his 7.77. McDougall broke out by a bunch, 7.94 on the 8.01 dial-in. So Max Rowling gets the win here in round number 1.
So second of the UASA battery cars coming forward. It'll be Siobhan Harvey up against Lexi Lancaster. So Lexi has dialed in an 8.05. Siobhan, a 7.73. Lexi currently sitting 5th in the championship points. So kids and freighters on board for Lexi. UASA batteries, as we know, for Siobhan Harvey.
Point 3 of a second head start, 0.32 of a second head start for Lexi Lancaster. Oh, this is going to be a good drag race. Let's see, Lancaster's gone 0.15. Siobhan Harvey's going 0.27 on the trees, and the win light will go to Harvey with a 7.74 and a 7.73. Lancaster goes 8.09 on the 8.05. Win margin of 19 thousandths of a second to Siobhan Harvey for the UASA Batteries team there. That was a great race here in round 1 of a junior dragster. So this should be the last pairing here in Junior Dragster round 1. Vance Pirano taking on Tyler Bellett. So Pirano's dialed in 8.21. Bellett is dialed in at 7.85. So just under 0.4 of a second head start for Pirano. The Super Floor Junior Dragster class. 30 had entered here in round 1. We'll have 15 winners, 15 losers here at the end of round 1. They get to do it all again.
Jeez, you went
in
there,
an hour.
Mark. You went there. You called them losers.
15 winners, 15 not winners.
First runners up.
Was it harsh, was it?
No, that's how cutthroat it is with drag racing, Mark. So whether they're drinking or not, they're saying how it is. 131 line for Vance Pirano. It was red for Tyler Bellett, so win automatically to Vance Pirano, who goes an 8.27 on an 8.21. Tyler Bellett will join that list of whatever you'd like to call them that aren't winners, a 7.95 on a 7.85.
And that brings a close to round 1 of Superfloor Junior Dragster. So going by the schedule, we should be going into round 1 of Top Sportsman.
That'll mix up a bit from our qualifying order.
Does. I'll find my paperwork for Top Sportsman.
Yeah, it's a small but tidy field for Top Sportsman. So we did have 8 in the field.
Yeah, we did have 8 entered, and we had 8 qualified, but we're down to 7. So it looks like it's a Kayleen Gooley might have pulled out.
Tony White coming forward against Steve Singh.
Yeah, looking at the, let's have a look at the Top Sportsman Championship. Tony White is currently leading the championship in Top Sportsman. Just been consistent. It's got, hasn't actually made a final by the looks. So yeah, hasn't made a final yet by the looks of it, Top Sportsman, but just been consistent so far. Stolen at 773 for White. Steve Sini's on 860. Tony White. As long as he doesn't break out here on that 773 dial in, he should get the win. He does go 790, backs off there for the win for Tony White. And issues for Steve Sini there on the start line.
Yeah, what we like to see for the beautifully presented XB down there. Hopefully we'll see it back though for rounds 2 and 3 a little bit later on. Sometimes you can play a bit of mind games with your opponents, can't you? If you go in stage and then, you know, you might know that there's an issue with the car, but you still accept the green. And then, as you said, as long as Tony didn't break out, which he didn't, but we've seen plenty before him that do break out.
It has happened. All gone red on the start line.
Yeah. Not to fire shots, but I will. Stefan Gowes, I'm sure he's listening.
Yeah.
He's done that.
No, actually, that happened a couple of years back with Lucas Holtz. He was going to go pull out because there was something wrong with the car. I'm like, well, the car starts and runs. Well, just stage. You never know.
Yep.
And he did. He staged. I can't remember who was in the first round, but they went red or broke out. He didn't even leave the start line. Then he had me in second round. And I'm like, it's not going to happen to you twice, mate. But I also didn't know if he had the car fixed it. So there was part of me who's like, oh, geez.
Well, sometimes that's all it is, isn't it? I mean, you might know what the problem is, but if you don't have time to fix it before that first round,
yeah.
But if you've diagnosed the problem and then you can go back and fix it before the second round, then exactly that you wouldn't know. So
no issues here on this pass because they had 2 strong burnouts between Max Carpenter and Dennis Ryan. So Ryan stolen 859, Carpenter stolen 840. Dennis Ryan was our number 2 qualifier. Carpenter was number 5. So Carpenter in the Ford, Ryan in the Tirana. Oh, Ryan's gone in deep.
Kept rolling.
Oh, it's still gone 016 off the 3. Yeah, 261 for Carpenter.
Oh,
no.
Big problems for Carpenter across the finish line.
Has he saved it? Because it's made a big move.
Oh, there was a haze.
I think he might have put something under the tyres there, and it went across. So he had the chutes out.
It's unfortunate with the finish line downhill. We lose sight of them just after the finish line. But yeah, it did look like Max's car took a bit of a step.
So we'll just go get some word from our team in control here, and we'll find out how everything is, and then we'll let you guys know.
p.m. For anyone that wishes to grab a bite to eat, head over to the canteen before 6. Thanks, guys. We'll be back soon. So back underway with the first round of racing for Top Sportsman. So big shout out to the track crew down there for attending to the track. There was an update after the last pass between Max Carpenter and Dennis Ryan. So we saw that the Max's car got a little bit loose in the deep end, and there was contact between the two cars, but both drivers are A-OK, mate, which is the good news.
That's the main thing, mate, that both the drivers are A-OK. Well, we're back into the racing here. Top Sportsman, round 1 of racing. Carl Davies dialed in an 818. Mark Fasardi dialing an 800. Tell you what's chilly outside.
Yeah,
it's chilly outside.
It'll drop off a cliff now that sun's disappeared. But Mark hasn't been able to get down the track under today. Against Carl Davies at 818, 800. Coughs and splatters once again. It's the strongest of the passes that Mark's had, but Carl will get the win line, an 819 on an 818. Mark finished on an 891 and an 800. So getting the solo courtesy of #1 qualifier. Any second qualifier, if you don't mind, Simon Isherwood.
In Q2, yeah.
Yep. Comes off the comes a little bit later in the day and goes, I'll just do a 009.
Well, you guys
Take the bye.
waking up early. Let me show you how it's done. Get a little bit of extra sleep in.
690.
I'm going to drop this on you.
692 is what he's dropped on the dial-in board. Running low 6.9s today, so he thinks that the conditions pretty similar to what he ran in the second and third qualifiers.
With it cooling down right now, the track will still have some heat in it. This could be potentially the quickest pass of the day.
So quick call for modified, and super sedan. So modified and super sedan. Simon Isherwood, a 020 light. What's he got across the finish line, Mark?
He's backed off already. 453 to half track, so he rolls it through for a 750, 135 miles an hour. So he got all the data he needed.
What does he think this is, an 8th mile event? Running out the back door, it's not Kenda.
But that brings a close to round 1 of Top Sportsman.
So we'll be moving into prime sign Speed Elect Super Streets. So first pairing coming up will be Mark Rosso, closest to the tower in the speed flow lane, the Camaro. He's dialed in 11:49, so bumps into full stage now. So Darren Peddington will chase Mark down, but it won't matter. Mark's left a red light on the tree. Darren was dialed in 11:27, still is dialed in 11:27, and we'll see what he runs through at the top end. It'll be an 11:26 with an 8 on that 11:27, so he's given it a little bit of a tickle there, the dial in, so knows where that he's there or thereabouts. Mark Rosso, red light, breaks out 11:47 on 11:49, but Darren will take the win.
Yeah, great pass there for Pennington. Next up, we've got Barry Lode, dialing 11:43 in the Cortina, taking on Christine Thompson in the Ford Ute. I think Christine's had some issues today.
Yeah, had an
in the
issue.
Ute, dialing at 10:39.
Yeah, one of the previous qualifiers wasn't the car wasn't too happy.
The reaction times are pretty close. 2:14 for Thompson, 2:39 for Lode. And the win light will go to Christine Thompson, 10:43 and 10:39, safe for the win. Lode was a little bit off the dial, 11:77 on the 11:43.
Troy Hutton over in the rocket lane, dialed in a 1084. Travis Greaves a 1070 for junior racing in the Falcon. Troy gets the better of the light, so Travis work to do. Both weren't too much between them as far as the dial-ins go. And Troy will convert the better light to the win with a breakout at 1082 and a 1084. Travis Greaves breaks out as well at 1066 on that 1070. But the lesser of the two evils will give Troy Hutton the win.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we do see a few breakouts here in this first round of racing for the brackets that we've got remaining. Next up, Sean Taskis with a 1090 dial and David Olsen with an 1120. Reaction time, 057 for Taskis, 124 for Olsen. Bit of smoke out of Olsen's car there going down track. Taskis is current championship leader in Super Street, gets a win here in round 1, 1091 on the 1090, safe for the win. Olsen broke out, trying to make up that difference in the reaction times there, 11:16, too quick on his 11:20 dial in. So Taskis hasn't lost a round of racing yet this season as well. He's on 50 points in Prime Science Speed Elect Super Street.
Yeah, so seen that across a couple of our brackets.
I think Matt Francis is in the same boat as well.
It's almost like that's why Matty's like, hey, I've got a different car here this weekend, but it's all about the points, you know. It doesn't matter how you get the points, you just got to get them.
Yeah, Darryl Angel up next and John Riley. Just doing a quick sweep on the start line there with the mop. This is Speed Elect Prime Science Super Street round 1 of racing. We're just checking the bottom end as well, so just checking because there was a bit of a haze out of the back of Riley's ute.
Yeah, you're not wrong, Mark, so they're just having a look down there.
I did get an update from the Kayleen Gurley camp, and she did an intake gasket, so that's why we didn't see her out for the rest of the day.
So always a shame when you hear of that for our races. Hopefully they're back out at an event shortly. We usually would see Kayleen at sometimes at the Nostalgia event, which is in a couple of weeks.
All right, so we've just been told that we've got another cleanup on track, so we're going to be down for a little bit while we get this all cleaned up off the track, and then we're back underway with first round of racing here at the Queensland Drag Racing Championships. All right, back into it. Just one of those days. One of those stop-start days for us. Super Street, Prime Science Speed Elect, round 1 of racing. We've got John Rowley in the start line in the Ute, dialing in 11.90 seconds. You can see him there in pre-stage. Taking on Daryl Angel in the Chevelle. He's dialing in 11.05 in the lane beside Riley. So Riley will leave first. Riley gets out with an 0.79 light. It's got 2 tenths advantage almost there. Angel's out with a 2.58. So Riley's dialing at 11.90. He's in the box seat at the moment with that whole shot advantage that he's got. But he breaks out with an 11.86, too quick on his 11.90. Daryl Angel gets a win, runs an 11.06 safe on his 11.05. Big win there for Daryl Angel in round 1.
Yeah, John was sitting 4th in the points, so...
Yeah, that's a big one. So here we go. We've got someone in the points here. Matt Francis currently 2nd in the championship, taking on Tom Ryan in the Ute. Well, Ryan in the Holden Ute and Francis in the Hilux. And he's handed the automatic win to Francis because Ryan is red cleared. So Matt Francis gets a win here in round 1.
Yeah, let's see what Matty can do on that 10.68 dial in the Hilux. Will come home strong. And look at that, a 10.68 with a 1 on a 10.68. Nice work there for Matt Francis. That was going to be tough to beat regardless of what Tom Ryan lit up the dial-in board with. And he broke out. He went 11.33 on an 11.36.
Yeah, he's done the double whammy there. Breakout red light for Tom Ryan. Next pairing up here, Prime Science Speed Elect Super Street, Craig Layton taking on Barry Ashen. So Craig Layton was our #1 qualifier in that Statesman. Gets out with a 342 light. We'll get the automatic win from Barry Ashen. His chances away here on the start line. Tell you what, we've seen a lot of red lights today so far here in racing. So Layton goes through 11.55 on his 11.53 dial, and Barry Ashen does the double whammy again. So it's a breakout and a red light there. He goes 10.95 on that 10.98 dial in. Next up, Murray Flay to take on Angela Holtz. So Murray Flay's dialing at 12.95 in the Commodore, and the Monaro for Angela Holtz, she's dialing at 11.20. So Flay's already straight into full stage. No messing about. He's ready to go. Ready to rock and roll. So we see the Commodore get out first, gets out with a 156 light, and Angela Holtz goes red by 1,000th of a second. That's the second one we've seen today here in racing, 1,000 red. They are always tough. So yeah, Murray Flay goes 13.14 on that 12.95 dial in, and Angela Holtz goes 11.35 on the 11.20.
So Samantha Yulton now coming forward, gets a buy run here, 11.52 the dial in. So hey, guess what? She already won a final earlier today. Now she's got a buy run. So
she was scheduled to race John McKnight here in round 1.
Yeah,
so
interesting.
No John McKnight. Not sure what's happened there. Solo pass though for Samantha Yulton. So she's dialing 11.52, so she gets the freebie. Test that dial in. 11.52 seconds. So let's see the reaction time gets out of the 114. That's a solid light here. In round 1 of racing for Prime Science Speed Elect Super Street. The BL Race Engines Commodore goes across the finish line in 11.49 seconds. So breakout there. So probably see a dial-in adjustment in round 2 for Samantha. Next up, William Coe to take on Carl Grading. So William Coe, he's dialed in at 11.90, Grading dialing in at 10.70 seconds. So Grading in the family to do the chasing. William, he's in the XE Falcon. So it's a 1.2 second head start for William. $195 light, and it's another red. We have seen some red lights here in round 1 of racing for Super Street. Carl Grading this time around goes 22 red, hands the automatic win to William Coe. You'll take it any way you get it.
Yeah, that's it. So next pairing coming forward will be John Massey.
And Nicole Goldie.
Nicole Goldie.
So this is, by my sheet, should be the last pairing in round 1 of Prime Science Speed Elect Super Street. Nicole Goldie dialing in at 11.74 seconds in her total cover Earthworks XE Falcon. John Massey, he's dialing 11.11 seconds in the Styromax Australia Hornet. Both cars in pre-stage. Nicole Goldie in full stage. Gets out of the great 061 for Goldie. 124 for Massey. We've got a race finally. Wade, we've got 2 green lights here. So 600's advantage to Nicole Goldie in the XE Falcon. She's done 11.74, and the win light goes to Nicole. Great pass there, 11.76 on the 11.74. John Massey, it was a good run as well for John Massey, 11.15 on the 11.11. Just the reaction time advantage there for Goldie, gets the win.
Yeah, that's it, and we'll move from Super Street into Super Sedan, which very much looking forward to, Mark. We saw how close it was in qualifying with their reaction times. That should translate into some tough, close racing. And it's one Goldie to the next. Or one Doblain to the next. Goldie and Doblain.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we just
Same
sister
family, different
Nicole.
last name.
Yep. So Sean on the start line now, dialing at 10.25 seconds, and Connor Webb dialing at 9.00. So some of our young guns here on the start line. Sean and Connor. So Sean was the number 3 qualifier. Connor was the number 9 qualifier. Don't get mistaken though, these are 2 competitive races here in Super Sedan. So the VL Commodore for SFM Concrete Pumping, Connor Webb, he'll do the chasing here. 1.25 second head start.
Well, Connor's got no room to move. I mean, a 900 is the quickest you can dial in for Super Sedan.
Well, that's probably one of the slowest lights I've seen to Blaine car. Connor Webb, but Connor Webb, 004, shut the front door there. For Connor Webb, 10th advantage on the start line, and goes across with a 9.07 for the win. He was, DeBlaine was closer to the dial, but that 004 light from Connor Webb, great reaction time, gets the win here in round 1.
Yeah, strange, isn't it? Mike, you usually see Dobin pretty quick on the light. He was quick in qualifying, but when it counts first round of racing, it just was a little bit off.
Yeah, well, I don't think I've seen Sean cut anything out of the zeros in a long time. So Damien Morris now on the start line to take on Adam White. This is a big race in the championship as well. Yeah, Morris is 4th in the championship. White leading the championship. White in the VL, 9.62 dial. And let's look at the reaction times. The blank goes 23, White 37 now. Difference on the tree. It's 1 and 4 in the championship here. Morris is dialing at 10.07, White a 9.62. Win light goes to Morris. They're both off the dial in a bit here. Morris 10.18 on the 10.07 gets the win. White goes 9.74 on his 9.62.
Yeah, it's close, close mark, and as you've seen, 1 and 3 in the championship. Haven't got wins in this first round, so it's going to be tightening up at the top, but we're yet to see Brendan Shaw, who's currently in position number 2. So
well, that just opens it up because it's going to tighten the points right up.
Yeah, so Brendan, he's got an opportunity to capitalise when he comes out a little bit later on in this session. But first, Rob Price at 9.46 in the Tirana. Darren McDonald from Lismore at 9.25. Nothing in the reaction time. How does a 0.63 to a 0.67 sound? 4th
out between the 2 drivers.
It's the Corolla, it's the Tirana, it's a double breakout. It's a 9.45 with a 6 for Rob Price. Darren McDonald a 9.23 on a 9.25. As the bigger of the breakouts, the win will go to Rob Price.
Next up, we've got Brendan Shaw. He came to this event equal championship leader with Adam White. We've just seen Adam White go out in round 1, taking on Wayne Height. So Wayne Height, he was one of those guys that ran in a final today, wasn't he? So he's looking to double up here today, potentially getting 2 trophies. But Brendan Shaw for Downs Automotive Services in the Tirana, he's been going on the lights. Absolutely killer. But it doesn't matter what happened in qualifying. It's all what matters here is round 1 of racing. It's a different ball game in racing. What do you like under pressure? This is what we're about to find out here. Championship leader, Brendan Shaw, 9.41 dial, and Wayne Height, 9.10 dial in Boss Hoses. Oh, 0.42 to an 0.44, 2 now on the tree. This is a drag race. Who knows their car better? Who's going to be closer to the dial? And that's what it's going to come down to. And it's going to be a breakout from Brendan Shaw, handing the win to Wayne Height, safe with a 9.15 on his 9.10 dial. And so equal championship leaders in the points go out in round 1 of racing here. This is really opening up the Super Sedan Championship.
Is it what? Jaden Plant now coming forward up against Hamish Strachan. So Hamish, he coming on 36 points.
So he's up there as well. So it's a real opportunity for anyone inside the top 10 of the points.
Definitely
really
is. But Jaden Plant, he's been getting better and better at each event in this Dakota. So 976 the dial in. So we'll leave first. Slight chase to Hamish, a 051 to a 088. So again, there's not much between the reaction time. It's going to come across to the finish. We've seen how close the previous races have been Super Sedan. This is no difference. Winlight, Jaden Plan, a 981 on a 976. Hamish will finish off a 963 on a 959. And Jaden will take the win.
So am I right in saying that 1, 2, and 3 in the championship all lost in round 1? For Super Sedan.
Correct.
Yeah, Adam White, Brendan Shaw, Sean Delaine all lost in round 1.
And then you look at Rob Price, Damien Morris, both turn on Winlight, so they're going to gain on those top 3.
Yeah, and there's another one that's got a chance here. Rudy White for Pine Mountain Performance in his VS Commodore, taking on Gary Clark in the Tirana for Downs Automotive Services. This is another big race because Rudy White has got a chance here to claw back some points, dialing at 9.54 seconds. Gary Clark had some issues in Q1, in Q2, finally got it sorted in Q3 in the Tirana. He's dialing at 10.35. Well, Gary Clark, you wouldn't often say this, he's got the advantage with the 163 light because Rudy White's gone 192. So 300's advantage to Gary Clark on the start line and gets the win. He converts it to 10.49 on the 10.35, safe for the win. And Rudy White was a bit off the dial as well, 9.68 on the 9.54.
So just a quick call for testing. Testing, if you want to participate in the next testing session, make your way over to the staging lanes, please. But one person that's already down there ready to rock and roll is Mitch Bauer, getting a bye, which when you're sort of down in the points, you'll take every opportunity you can get, can't you?
Yeah, he definitely. This is a big one for Mitch Bauer, especially with the people above him in the points losing here in round 1 of racing. .30 life for Mitch Bauer here. He's got the solo pass, being our #1 qualifier in Super Sedan. Dolan in 9.40 seconds. He goes across the finish line, 9.35 breakout. That's a big breakout there. 500s, 147 miles an hour. It doesn't matter. It is a solo pass, so he gets a win and joins Jaden Plant, Damien Morris, and Rob Price with wins in round 1, along with Wayne Height, Connor Webb as well, and Gary Clark. Okay. So that's Super Sedan done and dusted round 1 of racing. So going by our sheet, it should be next up should be round 1 of QDRC Comp Bike.
So we'll be round 1 of Comp Bike. Pete Farnell coming forward, getting the bye run courtesy of #1 qualifier. Ran a 7:01 earlier today. We know this bike can run into the 6s. How have you seen Comp Bike today, Mark? We know it's been close.
It's been really good, actually. We've got 4 of the 5 riders under their respective QDRC records here. Pete Farnell was our #1 qualifier. Be interesting to see what they do here. If they just take it a half track, get some data, and roll off the throttle. I'm not too sure what the plan of attack is for Pete Farnell. But they're here to win. They just want to win races. Gets a strong 124 to the 60 foot for Pete Farnell. And he has rolled off the throttle there, like I thought would happen. 758 on that 757 index. Perfect for the team there. Gets the win. We'll see him back out in round 2 of racing later on. Yeah, the way the seating sheets work actually for the QDRC Comp Bike. So we do have 3 solo passes in round 1 for 1, 2, and 3 in the qualifying order. So Chris Collin will get a solo pass here, and he'll face off against Pete Farnell in the semi-finals.
Here I was thinking, oh, that's the bye run's done. Let's look at it as a racing. Not quite.
No, not quite. Well, it's interesting because Chris Collins taken the same lane that Pete took, but you think that Pete, being the high qualifier, will have the lane choice in the semi-finals. You might go to the lane that you might be getting put in.
The front wheel, they got it towards the wall, but has kept in it has Chris.
He rolls off of it too, 821 at 136 mile an hour.
So another call for testing. Testing, if you want to participate in the next testing session, make your way around the lanes. And Real Street and Junior Bike for your second round of competition. So the third buy in this first round is Aveen Ortar, so current track champion for Comp Bike, 088 light. Sharp on the tree, these Comp Bike riders. Again, backs it off at half track, will roll through. 906 was the track record. But,
yeah, on the B Street bike.
Yeah, it goes 11:56, so unrepresented time there. But on a bike, you can do that. You sort of want to protect that record. Don't want to do anything crazy.
Well, that's it. If you reset a record, you're only making it harder for yourself. It's a double-edged sword when you reset records. It's like, yeah, I reset a record, but now I've made it harder for myself at the next event.
Must be hard when, Pete Farmell on that first pass, like you get to half track and you're going, geez, this feels like it's running a number. And then you're going to go, no, just stick to the plan.
Well, this is our paired pass here in round one of racing for QDRC Comp Bike. It's Bobby Schluter take on Dave Finlayson. So they were separated by 700ths in qualifying. When you just look at how close they were to the respective QDRC records.
So this is where, Mark, when you are in Group 2 racing, reaction time can mean all the difference between...
Oh, big time, and that's a huge hole shot for Bobby Schluter. 081 to a 281, 2/10 advantage, but it looks like Finlayson's come back around. There's issues for Schluter. And that's unfortunate for the team there. Finlayson goes 904 for the win because Bobby was in control of that race up until that point. Issues on that Kawasaki, and Dave Finlayson gets the win here and goes through to the semi-finals. That brings a close to Comp Bike round one. Now we're moving into QDRC Super Comp. So Jai Schluter. I think Jai here on a solo pass after the big wheel stands that we've seen in Q1 and Q3. I wonder if he's tamed it down a little bit on the start line here.
Yeah, well, they've only had the one clean pass, haven't they, today, Mark? So they don't really, do they have the opportunity to actually not run a full pass? Do they want to get that information? What are they looking for? I mean, they just want to get a clean start,
right now, without, obviously we haven't spoken to the teams or anything, but in the back of my mind, I'm thinking that they would probably look at softening the launch to try and keep the wheels down a bit on this pass, and just so it's going to be a proper launch in the back of my mind. Proper launch, try and soften it down, race mode, and then back off if everything's all right at like after half track or something. So Jai Schluter running an EMP class, a 919 QDRC index. Okay, so the wheel stay down this time. Gets to half track and buttons off. And rolls still goes under. 915 for Jai Schluter.
They'll just back off after half track and still roll through under the index. Alan Abini over in the Falcon. Carl Herbert.
Yes. Let's have a look at the tail of the tape here. Herbert has an index of 8.45 seconds in that triple R OM class, Osmond class, and Alan Abini in the A modified production automatic class, an index of 872. With number 3 and 5 qualifiers respectively in Super
Both have a look at the centre line, both lifting the front wheels. It's Super Comp at its best, still moving around as Herbert, and it looks like he'll get there first. He will indeed, an 807 at 169 miles per hour. We'll turn on the win light. Alan Abini at 875 on an 8.72. It was his quickest pass of the day, but it wasn't enough because it was also Carl's quickest pass of the day.
Pass of the day as well, yeah.
Everything we love about Super Comp in one pass.
The interesting thing, Carl went 4/10 under the index there, so that's a good lap for those guys. And he's going to take it to Josh Schluter in the semi-finals. That'll be a good race, good matchup in Super Comp. Next up, Colin Lloyd in the Pontiac for Headsense, taking on Rob Maddox for 477 Garage in the Commodore. So Colin Lloyd running in the double D gas class, index of 8.00 seconds. I think that Lloyd's got the potential to go well under that 8.00. Rob Maddox, we haven't seen the full potential of this car today either, the Commodore for Maddox. I think he can definitely go under that 990 index for EMSA class that he's in, and he's got issues there. Maddox had issues in qualifying as well, and they've told him to shut down, so it looks like Colin Lloyd is going to get the solo pass here. That's unfortunate for the Maddox team. So it's showing a lot of promise. I think it could have been a good race with those who had got to the start line.
Yeah, certainly would have been. So we'll see how Colin approaches this now that he'll be on a bye run.
Well, it takes the pressure off of him as well because he hasn't actually done a full pass today yet. And it's such a wild machine because it's just it does what it wants to, what it wants. So Colin Lloyd for Headsense here. Gets out. He's going to get the win, so he'll go through to the semi-finals of Super Comp.
And what will the semi-finals look like there, Mark? We've still got one pairing to come.
Yeah, we've still got one. So it'll be a solo pass for Jordana Pullen. So at the moment, it'll be Josh Schluter taking on Carl Herbert. Yep. And it'll be Jordana Pullen. Once she has a solo pass here and accepts a green, she'll be taking on Colin Lloyd in the other semi-final for Super Comp, going by my sheet here in front of me.
Interestingly as well, out of those races, like Jordana Pullen might not be the quickest as far as what she's running comparative to the index, but she's been the most consistent.
Yeah, well, she's number 2 qualifier, so she has been quick and consistent. Yeah, it's going to be, I think the matchup with Schluter and Herbert's going to be a good one in the other semi-final. So we've just got to wait for Colin Lloyd to get off the racing surface here, just down the bottom end. And we didn't see Jordana Pullen come out in that round. So we're going now into modified bike. So that's interesting. We'll just...
Does she have to accept the green light to be the winner?
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you have to.
Yep.
Yep, so that's interesting. We'll see what happens there in the semi-finals. Well, that's all right. You don't have to accept the light. You just got to get to the burnout, to the start line, and then
under your own power.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we will see what happens there. But that brings a close to Super Comp. We're moving now into round 1 of a modified bike eliminator. First up, we have got Scott Much and Rebecca Marsden.
There we go, Scotty in full stage. So race underway. 290 for Rebecca Marsden. A 402 for Scott Much. It's not often you'd say a 290 light is going to be the best of the pair in mod bike. But it doesn't matter across the finish line. Looked like Scott was going too quick, and he is indeed. A 9.26 on a 9.35 will break out, hand the win to Rebecca Marsden. A 10.25 on a 9.82 was well off the dial in. They were both slow on the tree, but unfortunately Scotty was too quick, and Rebecca will take the win in round 1. Sometimes it doesn't matter how you're going to mark, it just matters that you get them.
Yeah, next up, Johnny Lewis taking on Dale Marshall. So Lewis is dialing 8.08, Marshall dialing in 8.70 seconds. So Lewis to the left of the screen for our live stream viewers at home, Marshall to the right. Marshall lead first. 0.23 light to a 163, so 10.5 advantage to Dale Marshall. There's a lot to work up here for Johnny Lewis. As he's got the legs, the win light will go to Dale Marshall. Double breakout. Lewis almost goes into the 7-second zone. 8.000. Marshall goes 8.64, less of the 2 breakouts, and gets the win. Ricky McDougall now to take on Mitchell Woodford. McDougall dying at 8.79 seconds on the Suzuki for SVO Transport. Mitchell Woodford on the Hayabusa as well for Custom Motorcycle Addiction, dying at 9.81 seconds. Yeah, Woodford was our number 3 qualifier, so he'll lead first here. Gets out with a 0.83 light. McDougall had a bit of a sleep, a .501 reaction time, so just over 4/10 of a second advantage to Mitchell Woodford. If he doesn't break out, he should get the win. He doesn't. He gets the win. 987 on that 981. Safe for the win.
Look at that for Ricky McDougall. Goes an 879 on an 879, but reaction time made the difference. Just a quick call, Junior Dragster, Junior Bike Real Street, Junior Dragster, Junior Bike Real Street to the staging lanes. Colin Crang, Mark Ashworth. See the two different riding positions there. Mark hunched over the bike and Colin in the more upright position, but still right over the fuel tank. 0.50 to a 0.74 advantage to Colin Crang, but here comes the hard charging GSX of Mark Ashworth. Get around him, and unfortunately for Colin Crang was a bit off the dial and went 11.99 and 11.35. Mark Ashworth though goes a 9.23 on a 9.15 and made up that difference in the reaction time across the stripe.
Yeah, Crang's 60 foot was down a little bit for the bike, and he was half a second off his dial. And next up, well, this is a good race here. Brian Alvizio to take on Jeffrey Marshall. So Marshall's dollar 8.78, Alvizio's dollar 8.95. Championship leader, I think, in what bike is Alvizio? One of those riders that hasn't lost around the racing yet this season. Oh, how's this? 0.23, both sides of the racetrack. It literally will come down to dial-in. And the win light goes to Brian Alvizio. Double breakout. 8.87 on his 8.95. Marshall goes 8.69 on the 8.78. Marshall got there first by 7 thousandths of a second, but the bigger of the two breakouts. So Alvizio gets the win.
Mate, you talk about championships as well. That was first and second in the points. So
that was huge.
Brian will extend his lead in the championship.
And they both go 0.23 on the tree as well. Identical reaction times. What a race. Next up, Mark Gordon take on Jason Clarkin now. Gordon gets out with an 0.26 light. He has 2/10 advantage, but Clarkin's gone 2.16. Gordon's dialed in a 9.59. Clarkin a 9.38. And Mark Gordon gets the win. 9.87 safe on that 9.59 dial. And Clarkin goes 9.61 on his 9.38. And final pass, it'll be our man with the buy run, our number one qualifier, Jason White, 11.99. He got that number one qualifying spot just rolling out of the beams, and there was something wrong with the bike, didn't even get down the track.
0.16 was the time that he got. So thankfully, bike seems to be performing much better than it was on that qualifying pass. 0.72, so still a pretty sharp light when you're on a buy run. See how he goes on that 11.99 dial-in. Does he give it a nudge? Is he right on it?
11.96, got to be happy with that.
Yeah, a little bit of a nudge.
So Jason White gets a win there. So that's brings a close to round one of a modified bike. And we should be going into Knife Earth Moving Margie's Modified. Round one of racing. 6 competitors entered into modified this weekend. Lisa Gales was our number one qualifier, but on track first it should be Andrew Pinkstone and Ash Carslake here. So Pinkstone dialing a 7.56. Interesting because he went 64 in that last run. So he thinks he's going to pick up 800s from that last qualifier. And Carslake is dialing a 7.98. So Carslake was a little bit all over the place in qualifying today in the Altered, but he's still a rookie, still getting a handle on the modified racing. He's on 7.98, so he'll leave first. Andrew Pinkstone's been doing this for a while now. He's a campaign veteran in the modified ranks. See, everyone's in their hoodies and beanies now. It might be a bit chilly outside.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the wind's died off as well, because the trees just before the sunset, and even looking at them now, they're not swaying around from what very little that we can see of them. But it will still be pretty fresh. Here we go, Pinkstone, Carslake. Oh, Carslake goes red, a 0.77 green for Andrew Pinkstone. So the rear engine dragster has a win light. Oh, he's moving around a bit there.
He was moving around at the top end there, goes 7.76. He had to back off there because it was starting to make a move on him. And Ash Carslake goes 8.06 on his 7.98 dial in. Yeah, definitely made some moves down there, Andrew Pinkstone. You don't see that too often in the dragsters. Okay, next up in modified, we've got Liesl Gowes. She was scheduled to race Lucas Holt, so can we see Lucas down there? There's a bit of a, or maybe it was just a bit of a Oh, Lucas is down there, so she might not be happy with the burner. Going back and probably going to do it again.
Yeah, it didn't pass the start line, so they can go back.
Yeah, and do it again.
Probably lucky that you have a competitor like Lucas that does the shorter burnout.
Yeah, well, he sits there and waits.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he'll be happy to be nice and play the sportsman card.
Let's have a look at the dial-ins for the two competitors here. Lucas Holt's dialing at 920 and Liesl Gow's is dialing at 854. So Gow's, she's dropped her dial-in a bit too from what she ran in qualifying.
Yeah, so these two have met in a couple of finals before in the last 12 months.
Lucas Holtz.
So looking at the points, so Lucas currently third in the points on 39, Liesl on top with 47.
So this is a big race. So Lucas will want to take away some points from Liesl Gow's here. She's one of those races that could try and take home 2 trophies today.
Possibly.
Well, yeah, true.
She's got to be one of the most relaxed and laid-back 18-year-olds I've ever met. Nothing much phases her. She's pretty chilled.
O36 to an O39. Holtz with the slight advantage. It's going to come down to the dial-ins again between these two drivers. And the win light goes to Liesl Gow's 858 on the 854. Lucas Holtz breaks out by 5 thousandths of a second. He got there first, but broke out by 5 thou. So Phil Bell, there's no Matty McKnight in the lane beside him. It's a solo pass. So Matty must have had some issues after that final win.
Yeah, we didn't see John McKnight either in Sim Street.
Yeah. So Phil Bell at solo pass here, 778 dial in. .066 on the tree. There goes. How about a 778 with a 0 on the 778, dead on the dial into the 0. Go take a photo of that because that's pretty special when racers do that.
Yeah, 100%. It's more rare that you see that than you do a trip zip, isn't it, Mark?
It is. I agree. 100%. I think we see less of those than we do of the 000s. And that brings a close to modified racing round 1. Now we go into some testing.
So the test pilot that is Dale Gridley down there in this build, KPM Performance, Gaz Brothers.
How cool is this car? We've spoken about it today already, so I don't need to say it anymore.
It's only ran a 10:38, so we'll see what's in store. But again, they'll be running their testing program.
They took a bit of power over by the looks of it on this pass.
I was just wondering. I wonder if it's racing maybe tender.
Yeah, it's a radial car. Yeah, the way
yep.
you can see the way it's set up on the start line. It sits
yeah.
up in the rear, and then
Yep.
it still rolls through with the shootout early 9:26 at only 90 mile an hour. That was easy.
It was
That
a
was
5:33 to the 8.
Yep. So that's a low 8-second pass there, probably around 8:40 from memory. Yeah, I think 8:40, 8:30. It would have had a top end charge, so probably 8:20
Yep.
if it was out the back door. And that was done easy. They would have taken a lot of power out of it after it spun the tyres on that last hit. Yeah.
Yep.
So Michael Howard in this supercharged altered coming forward now as well. These guys have been impressive today. Just easy, smooth runs in the altered so far in testing.
It's not often you say that about an altered, is it? That it's gone to run smooth.
Yeah, Michael Howard in the altered here, just testing here at the moment. Then we go back in our second round of racing for all of our categories. Looks good on under the lights here, Michael Howard's altered, that metallic blue that it's got. Edging forward now in pre-stage for Michael Howard. We are here at the Donnelly Blasting Services Queensland Drag Racing Championships. Oh, they went after a little bit there. Up and tyre spin on the hit there. Might have got a little bit more aggressive, learning what the track can and can't take here in the altered. And that's what it is. It's all about learning. And you know what? You learn just as much from a pass like that than you do from a pass that gets down the track.
Yeah, that's right.
Because now you've just found a limit. Well, it's like, well, it doesn't work here. That's too much power, too much.
We'll bring it back a bit.
Let's bring it back a bit.
Find that sweet spot. James Moore coming forward. Dare say doing that more testing for Jamboree. So unfortunately, the power's gone off there. So we won't get to see James light up the rotor. But we do have a call. Junior Dragster, Junior Bike, Real Streets, Top Sportsman and Super Street. Top Sportsman and Super Street. Maybe we will get to see it run with refired. The dulcet tones of the rotary engine. I hope you're watching at home on the overtaking lane stream. Just turn the soundbar up a couple of notches and let the neighbours hear that. got 996 earlier, only 101 miles per hour. Forward into propulsion, a bit of a backfire, had a bit of everything going on. So won't get to see a representative time, but it's testing. That's the name of the game. Oh, here's a story, Mark. Look at that. Look at what's coming up on the stream there. Is that the Tirana from earlier today? It's not looking pretty at the front, but I tell you what, that's impressive.
That is the Tirana.
So we've got a small crowd here, folks, but put your hands together for a competitor.
Ricky Fenwick.
Ricky Fenwick. That car was in the wall earlier this morning, and here he is back out on track.
Well, I didn't want to say anything today because I was like, you know what, if you're going to tap the wall, that's the sort of tap you want to do, just a little love tap. And he's back. That's a mighty effort from the crew.
It's only got one headlight. It doesn't have to look pretty. It just has to go straight. And let's hope for Ricky in this pass, it is smooth sailing. Race cars don't need headlights. The track will be lit for them.
Well, we do need a tail light by the rules.
Yeah. Lucky it didn't go in rearwards. There we go. What can Ricky do? Gets back on the horse. Strong. Maybe just an exploration pass.
Oh, you have to. You would, especially after what happened in the pass earlier today. It's awesome to see him back anyway. Got it sorted.
100%.
And you know, as a driver, you want to get back on the horse as quick as possible. And it was good. That's good for the team.
And it's not something that you usually see in drag racing, where there's an accident and then you can come back later that day.
Especially on the same day.
Because of the components that are in the car and how long they take to fix. And usually if you're travelling at any more speed than what Ricky was, then...
Well, it was such a long slide as well before it touched the wall.
It's more common, though, if you think of other forms of motorsport, particularly something like Speedway, where they can really turn a car around from an accident within an hour.
Yeah. Well, there's another car that we haven't seen get down the track yet today, Rod Harvey.
So another call, Top Sportsman and Super Street. Top Sportsman, Super Street for your next round, please, around to the staging lanes. That for a nice smoky burnout.
That was a great burnout there from Rod Harvey.
That'll give us a barometer to see what the wind's doing.
It doesn't seem to be moving much at all. It's just sitting here. I don't think it really shows up much on the live stream, the smoke, when it hangs around. So Harvey hasn't moved after he's done that burnout. I'm just trying to remember what happened today. Did this happen on one of the other passes as well, or he did burn it?
Don't think they got through the burnout, did they?
Yeah, it looks like he's struggling to get into a reverse. So if he's still got forward gears, there we go. He's all right. Oh, no. He engaged back into first, and by the looks of it, went backwards and then went forwards. But if you can get it to neutral and push back, and it's only the forward gears that being affected. The reverse only being affected, then they might be able to get a pass here, but just depends, I guess, on what's the issue.
Is it under its own power now? Yeah, it looks to be.
I'm sure the crew are loving all this running.
Yeah. It's the... Probably covered about 200 metres on that track surface by the time they come back.
Yeah, Benny Bray's showing some good form now. I might see if he wants to come play a bit of touch footy. We haven't played footy since we were kids together, so I want to see if he wants to do it again.
Now he's got to talk on the headset.
Yeah,
and that's not hard. That's not an easy job. So you don't need a gym membership when you work on a drag racing pit crew.
Yeah, so Rod Harvey here on track the UASA batteries. Factory Extreme car. We'll see a campaign at Jamboree in a few weeks' time. What's he running? He's running to the 560s from memory, Rod Harvey. Not bad from a 6-cylinder.
Yeah, some good footage there from on the overtaking lane stream of inside the car.
Oh, Benny's gone. He's over on his knees. He's wrecked.
He's done the Adam Reynolds from the Intercept last week. He's done all the hard work to go, someone else take over. Someone else can take the conversion.
Oh, that's funny. All right, Rod Harvey on the start line here. 101 to the 60 foot.
Hey, that looks good.
398 to half track. Shoots out early. A bit of smoke there. Goes 609 still with the shoots out early. There's a lot of positives from that pass for Rod Harvey. He, I think, out the back door, he might have been knocking on the door of a 5-second run there. Might have dipped in. He might have hit a 99 at the back door, but you know, when the shoots are out early at the top end of the racetrack, you lose a lot of speed, but you ET. You don't lose too much ET.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Because you've got that momentum
just
already.
Just good to see him get from A to B, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, and it was. It wasn't a clean launch. Like, he had a bit of shake that he drove through. It was only 101 to the 60 foot. It was soft, but that's a great lap there from Rod Harvey.
Well, that's going to be a good weekend, Mark, for Jamboree. Like, you took these pro categories, some of them racing for some big dollars. Yeah,
it's what we got, 25K for pro mod. Like that's incredible. No, I've seen a few messages from Rob Harrington today. He's watching the live stream and he's getting his pro mod ready for the event. So the engine's almost back together for the Rob Harrington team. But yeah, massive fields, and I'm really excited for the Jamboree. Like, it's some and it's quality. Like, it is quality everywhere. All right, so we've just been told we've got some water on the track at the junior gate. So there's a bit of unfortunately wet stuff falling from the sky just down in the bottom end. So we're just waiting to see what happens here.
Oh, they're pointing at the rain gauge up here, Mark, the veranda.
Oh yeah, we can see it now on the rain gauge up here.
The tin roof shows a few spots.
Yep. So we're just waiting to see what happens here. Just have a quick look at the old image. Oh yeah, we do. Unfortunately, do have something about to hit us here. All right, so we'll just see what happens here. We'll just take a quick break here for racing, and then we'll be back underway shortly. Well, we're back underway. Junior drag bike, round number 2 of the racing. Solo pass here at the start for Nevaeh McDougall.
Mate, there's people that are at home that have just gone to the slow cooker and reached the pulled pork out and gone, I've got time to get dinner ready. No, we're back underway. How good. Race back to the couch if you're at home. 9:30 for Nevaeh McDougall on the solo, the junior bike. Contest that 9:30 dial in. 9:55 with a 5 at 73 miles per hour. So nice work for Nevaeh. Already going home with a trophy because of the finals we run from the last round earlier in qualifying.
All right. Next up is Vance Pirano and Jaden Badcock. So Jaden had a win in round 1, so did Vance. So one of these riders is going to go 2 from 2, and the other one's going to go win-loss. Dial-ins. Pirano 9:23, Jaden 9:59. So we'll see Jaden leave first.
Top Sportsman, Super Sedan, Super Street to the lanes, please.
Oh, Jaden Badcock leaves the cherry on the tree. Pirano will get the automatic win here. It was a good light though for Pirano, 0.33. And Pirano goes through with a 9.17. Badcock goes 9.82.
Yeah, nice work. So next pairing coming forward, Jonathan Fulton, Kai Badcock. So the second of the Badcock brothers there. Coming forward has dialed in a 10.50. Pro Cycle Tuning on board once again. Jonathan Fulton, an 11.18.
So Kai had a win in round 1. Fulton had a loss in round 1. So if Kai gets a win here, we could have 2 riders with 2 wins. Fulton gets a win. It's going to make it fun in round number 3.
Interesting, yeah.
Fulton now with a 2.36. Badcock goes 1.24. He's got the advantage, but the win light will go to Kai Badcock because Fulton's got there first but broke out. So that brings a close to round number 2 of junior drag bike. And we're going now into round 2 of real street. So quick tale of tape going into the 3rd round of racing in junior bike. So we've got 2 riders on 2 wins. That's Kai Badcock and Vance Pirano. So they're in the box seat at the moment to try and get final spots here in junior drag bike.
Yeah, nice work as we move into real street. The first round winners, Matt Coates, Stacey Goldie, Shane Grattan, Cooper Lane, Nathan Minter, and Dale Samuelson. So they'll be the ones to watch this round to see if they can go 2 from 2. Of course, some of those may be racing up against each other, so then it'll get more interesting and the wins will be more vital. So first pairing up will be Darryl Wagensfeld and Ian Nelson. So both looking for their first win here at round 4 of the QDRC. The wagon up against the sedan. A couple of Commodores to do battle. 132 light for Darryl. Ian will get the better of the tree. So we'll see how that converts at the other end of the racetrack. The VZ will be charging hard. Ian looks to be alongside on the brakes. And will be enough. An 11.68 on an 11.67. Darryl Wagensfeld goes too quick at 13.59 on a 13.65. Will break out.
Next up, it's Nathan Minter take on Dale Samuelson. So Minter had a win in round 1. Samuelson also had a win in round 1. So one of these drivers will go 2 from 2. Reaction times. Samuelson goes 151, Minter 239. Samuelson's starting at 12.15 as they get to half track. It looks like Samuelson might be even in front already at half track. Samuelson on the brakes and goes 12.18 on a 12.15. Minter goes 12.97 on his 12.80.
Final call, Top Sportsman and Super Street. Final call for Top Sportsman and Super Streets.
So Samuelson's the first of our drivers with 2 wins in Real Street going into round number 3. Next up, Matt Coates to take on Paul Nielsen, the Dragon, in the wagon. Nielsen in the other Ford for Black Panther Racing. So round 1, Matt Coates had a win and Paul had a loss. Look at the Real Street Championship ladder. Matt Coates is up there. It's on 30 points. And Paul Nielsen just above Matt as well. He's on 36 points. Oh, Coates will get the automatic win. Big red light for Paul Nielsen. So now we've got 2 drivers in Real Street with 2 wins from 2 starts. And Coates also breaks out there. He goes 12.12 on his 12.15. Championship leader in Real Street, Shane Grattan, on the start line to take on Brett Warren. Grattan had a win in round 1, and Warren had a loss in round 1. So Warren has dialed in at 10.90 seconds. Grattan's dialed in at 12.74. Ford versus Ford here. Grattan already in full stage in the rocket lane. We'll see him leave first. Gets out with an 0.76 light. And it's another red light here. Brett Warren this time. So Grattan will get the automatic win.
Yeah, big red there for Brett Warren. We'll see what Shane finishes off. Gets a bit of a free hit at the 12.74. Goes at 12.86 with a 5. Brett Warren, oh, Brett, my friend, you're right on the dial at a 10.90 with a 4 on a 10.90. But the big red will hurt every day of the week.
That's 3 drivers now with 2 wins going into round number 3 of Real Street. Next up, it'll be Cooper Lay to take on Dean Merchant. So Cooper Lay had a win in round 1. Merchant had a loss. Lay in the Ute dialing at 10.46. Merchant dialing at 10.94 on the FG Ford for Nova Ford Caboolture. So 178 for Merchant, 126 for Cooper Lay. Cooper Lay, is that a parachute I saw in Cooper's car? Goes 10.51 to get the win on a 10.46. 129 miles an hour, and D Merchant goes 11.03 on that 10.94. Four drivers with 2 wins now.
Four indeed. Could be 5.
Stacey Goldie.
Well, will be 5.
Yeah.
No Sam Rosa.
No Sam Rosa, so Goldie will go 2 from 2. 0.71 light for Stacey Goldie. The quick 60 Streetcars GTO, dialing at 11.75 seconds. Free chance to test out that dial, and it goes 11.73 on that 11.75, 117 miles an hour. Yeah, so quick recap going into round 3 of Real Street. We'll see Shane Grattan with 2 wins, Cooper Lay with 2 wins, Stacey Goldie with 2 wins, Matt Coates with 2 wins, and Dale Samuelson with 2 wins, and none of those Well, only one pair of those drivers will be facing off against each other in round 3, and that's Shane Grattan and Dale Simerson. So there could be some serious countbacks there in the how vital those dial wins will be in round 3 of Real Street.
Yeah, one to watch out for as we get later into the 3rd round.
This is the one where we're going to need a lot of calculators and fingers and use our toes, because we've got 30 competitors in junior drags to try and keep track of.
Yeah, so big field, 30 competitors here this weekend, which is fantastic to see for the juniors. It's funny, a field that you can age out in and graduate from continues to get bigger and bigger.
Yeah, up first we have got Xavier Lai to take on Sophia Loday. Now, Sophia asked us not to talk about her brother, okay? So don't mention her brother while she's racing, all right, Wade?
Fair.
Yeah.
When the juniors tell me to do something, I'm going to do it.
Yeah, we definitely don't want to mention her brother that raced in junior drags, just like her, won a championship. We won't talk about him, all right?
No, Wade won't do that, but that was directed at me, wasn't it? You can say whatever you like.
So Sophia's dialing in at 815, taking Xavier Lai. He's dialed in at 1386. He's in deep stage as well, so it's a big head start here. 5-second head start for Xavier. Oh, 073 light. Good light for Xavier Lai, the CJD. I think this is his first event in junior drags, but okay, I'll tell you what, Sophia Loday, very sharp. But something's come off the back of her car, so Xavier Lai's in the box seat here. If he doesn't break out, which he's broken out. Oh, no. Xavier Lai, 1378, too quick on that 1386. We'll hand the win back to Sophia Loday. Gets a get-out-of-jail free card here, and we'll get the win.
So cars pulled up short of the finish line there, but every race must have a winner.
Yeah, and Sophia Loday will be the winner here in this race in junior dragster. That's really unfortunate there for Xavier Lai, because could have been his first round win here in junior dragster. Did a great reaction time from the deep stage as well. Sophia was really sharp on the tree as well. But something's just fallen off the back of Sophia's car. I'm not too sure what it was, but it was obviously something that caused it to shut down. Maybe it was a carburetor. I don't know. It was shiny. It was shiny.
It was shiny.
Could have been chain. I don't know. Don't know. So pretty much, so they're probably going to push it to the emergency gate for the ambulance. That's because she's pretty much halfway down. So either way, it's 200 metres either backwards or 200 metres forwards.
Well, couldn't have found a worse spot to stop. You know what, Sophia doesn't mind. She's even stayed in the car and going, no.
Yeah.
I'll wait to get some help.
Well, it's interesting. Something's triggered the beams in her lane as well.